So for the final match of the round, we have BY versus Black Yellow Luffy. Obviously, we all know Black Yellow Luffy is got its ban. It's got Raigo and it's got Gecko Moria no longer playing in this deck, which is significantly going to make it weaker. However, we are still playing in the old format here. Bans only come live 1st of April. Final round. So as BY, my whole goal here is to try and get some big bodies on the board before he awakens, so that when I swing, his 9k leader doesn't really affect me. Ideally, I want to find. So I'm playing 3 Kaidos. I'm playing Jozu. I'm playing Doflamingo, the 7k, and I'm playing Mihawk in my hand. One Mihawk, and I would like to obviously get them established on the board, and I have 3 puddings, and then before I start swinging in, I want to pudding him maybe before he gets his activation, so that obviously he doesn't have his trash filled. So that's the whole idea, the concept. You bounce these cards back, get those big boys on the field, and then his 9k leader, even though he's the 9k is a tall order, if I have 7k characters on the board and above, it's still very much doable. So this whole idea now is I'm just searching through my deck and I keep trying to find the cards that I need. Playing Kaios, playing Sengokus, or bring Warlords, playing Peronas, trying to get anything a bit of substance. In this matchup, ideally you swing, but also you don't really want to swing. It's quite a weird situation that it has. I mean, if you know that you're going to start putting big bodies on the board and rush, so like purple Luffy has Sanji into 9-drop Luffy into 10 drops, you can just keep swinging 5s in the beginning, because it doesn't matter what happens. Even when they get to awaken and then 9k, you're still hitting them with 9 and above on rushes, and it's disgusting. But when you're BY, you don't really have that opportunity. So what you want to do is you want to establish 3 or 4 attacks earlier on. You want to pressure his hand a bit in the beginning, but he's just going to take the life, and then he'll maybe, if those cards that he takes, you want to just pudding him out of it. That's the idea. But if you don't find a pudding and he just takes those cards, you kind of just allowing him to get to the plays that he needs, and that is not what we want. So ideally now I'm just trying to find Jozus, I'm trying to find Doflamingos and Kaidos. As you can see, I'm establishing obviously all my searches, playing a Jinbei, trying to bounce cards back to my hand, bouncing the Kuzan back to his hand. He can free swing at me every turn really, because it doesn't affect him. More cards I get down, the better, for when he starts putting down the Geckos and getting the 9Ks down. I'd love to have a Gravity Blade as well as Great in my hand, because then I'd be able to grab these 5 drops. But in the same breath, that's a 7 Don turn gone, and if he has them established already in his trash, it doesn't make a difference. So pudding is ideally what I need. As you can see, his hand is growing quite exponentially. I'm swinging into his life, taking it, trying to find a pudding, not found it yet. To be honest, there's a swinging again. I'm very glad that this leader got a nerf, because I feel it's just such a. It's like, you know what it's gonna do every. It's one of those things, you know what it's gonna do every turn. You know how to beat it, but if they find the right cards at the right time, and they kind of just gone. It's just like an autopilot deck really, and you either get lucky or you don't in terms of the matchup. And if they see the cards I need and then everything lines up, which you can say for most decks, but for this deck in particular, it's kind of, you really know what's coming, and it's kind of cemented in stone if they start seeing what they need to see in the beginning and you can't stop it. Quite frustrating, because it puts you in a position where you're trying to play a game to attack life, but you don't want to attack life, and I don't understand what's the point of the game if you just want to if you're just literally putting cards on a board and you're too scared to swing into your opponents, because you know what happens when they get down to 0. They're getting 2 free life with 9k every single turn. But I mean, that just comes with the territory. They make a mistake, make a misplay, then they set themselves up with no 7k life and no 1 card of health or no cards in health, and then they make a mistake and it's game over. So at this stage, it's quite frustrating. Is I haven't found any of my cards that I need. Haven't found boa. Haven't found my 6-cost boa. Haven't found my Jozu. Haven't found pudding. Literally just chilling with the same cards that you want to have early game, doing nothing to establish. And I did mulligan in this game, just couldn't get the momentum. And I know for a fact he's going to be putting down. I mean, there we go. Flampe draws card, Flampe draw a card, or Hiyori, depending on what it is. Yeah, Hiyori, take a life, put a life down. He knows what life it is now. You'll play a 2-cost. Yeah, put the 2-cost. He knows that he's a Sabo, that he just put it with Hiyori, establishes another Sabo. And at this stage, you're kind of like, oh, here we go. I mean, you can even grab blade the Sabos now, but the momentum is already there. You grab blade them, but it kind of hurts because you don't have any big boys established to do any damage. So you kind of left wondering, because the moment, say for the next turn now, if I grab blade, he Sabos. Yes, it's a net gain for me in terms of Don, but I won't be able to pressure health because I have no board or weaker board instead of having my bigger guys on. Even though the grab blade seems like a great card, it needs to come at a time where you have a presence to go for health, because now you just grab blade and need to recycle it straight away again, because you watch him open his trash, putting the cards in the trash that he really needs, and then he sees. So at this stage, really just hoping for a Jozu, a Boa, a Dofi, Mihawk, and then essentially trying to find a Kaido in my drawers. Bouncing cards back to my hand in order to activate Boa's effect to redraw. That's just trying to get through the deck as much as possible. There we go, first Jozu. That's what you want to see. So now you establish a Jozu, got a Jozu, Boa, and a Dofi on board. Feels bad having to put Dofi blockers down, but at this time I'm just trying to buy myself some time to find my bigger cards. I mean, you know what's coming now with he's up to his 10 Don, so you kind of know he's gonna put 2 Don on his leader. You know Gecko's coming, you know those 2 drops are coming. I mean, it's just, you've seen this movie before. So here goes Gecko, brings his 2 babies from the trash, which he established early on. And at this moment, in this case in time, like right now, you kind of know what's going on. You know you're getting cooked. Establishes a Sabo, gets a Kuzan involved. swinging a 9 into boa. Ideally, what you want right now is I want to be playing my Kaido, bouncing the gecko back, bouncing the. I can either bounce. I'll probably bounce something else. We'll just bounce the gecko back, trying to get some board establishment in play for me, trying to get some power so that 9k isn't insurmountable. That is the ideal card, and I should have been playing it a couple of turns before this anyway. But now, yeah, you want to be playing the turn before it, when I attend on. But I don't have. I don't have it in hand, so I have to try and pivot, try and find a different way to manage this. Quite frustrating because I'm playing all of these Dofi cards, playing Peronas, playing Kaias, playing Sengokus, moving my deck around. Haven't found any Kaidos. So I've throw Red Rock out because what else can I do? Black Yellow Luffy doing Black Yellow Luffy things, just moving his cards around, getting to 9k, putting down these Sabos, making it pretty much an insurmountable wall to climb. So now I'm taking life. I think that was my 4th life that I took. And quite funny about this matchup is both my last 2 lives, you will see now the cards I needed. Which, you say, oh, it goes like that sometimes. Ideally, you want to hit a grab bait trigger off life. Just went through his trash, basically checking the removal that he had. Finally found the boa. Now I've got an 8k presence on board. Check the removal because I know that Kuzan can be sending that boa pack in very quickly. Luffy shenanigans, getting the Sabos back on the field. Now he's in 7k leader, but swinging with 2 don't attached. 7k leader. So my last 2 cards in health were Kaidos, and those were cards that I needed early on. At the moment now I'm just playing around trying to stall, and the more I do that, the more it just establishes his win. I mean, they're great to have on the board, but when you get to 0 health, holding them, putting them down, kind of pointless. I mean, this is at this point I already know that the game's over. Didn't see the cards I needed in the beginning. He's in the full swing of momentum. This stuff, what I say about this deck is when you play against it, if you don't see the cards you need, it's kind of you just cementing it more as more time goes on, because there's just no ways to stop the momentum. Grab blade, like I was saying earlier, it's great. It does well than the fact that I have to bottom deck 2 of these cards, and it's great cards that I bottom decked, but not having anything on board to put pressure on his life now that the blockers are gone kind of just wastes a turn, because he's just going to do the same shenanigans again. Telling you what, I am looking forward to not playing against this deck in the next meta. See, Kaido comes down finally, which I got for my 4th health. It's great, but a little too late she cried. On that 9k swing into life, I draw on my final life, my 5th life, Kaido again. So now I'm looking at my hand thinking, what are the chances that I run 3, and 2 of the cards that I needed were my last 2 health. This moment in time, I know I have a Boa in hand and I have a Kaido in hand, and I'm thinking, okay, what is the best thing I can do here? But either way, I play Boa and then I put a can't block on, can't attack on Gecko, and just stall for time there. But had no blocker in hand. I would have gone for a boa and into a Dofi if I had it, but I only had a boa, and so I could put it can't attack, but I don't think I wouldn't have been able to get out of his attack. So in my head I'm thinking the only way I can get into this game now and to win this game is in the next turn, because I'm down to 0 health. So if I play another Kaido, I can guarantee Gecko's not going to be attacking, and maybe bait him into trying to go for board,